Musk, he came up with a brilliant idea. You can see it in the ground. The solar panels on the ground. You see it? He said if we built solar panels in southern Nevada, this is southern Nevada, because nobody lives there. He was right. Nobody lives here. If you put 100 miles of length of solar panels by 100 miles of length of solar panels, you should be able to light up the whole United States. That's what Elon Musk said. We like the idea, but we only have 90 miles. And I will tell you why. So there's solar panels everywhere. Left, right, more right, around 3 o'clock. You see it all, okay? So now you can see the desert, how Jimmy and Mikey were living, okay? So the Bureau of Reclamation built a water channel, bringing water to Jimmy and Mikey. It worked out great. Jimmy and Mikey became rich immediately. But there was a major problem in 1905. There was a major snowstorm in Colorado. It was so bad that it was classified as a natural disaster. All right? So all that water, when it starts melting in the springtime and the summer, it rushed down that water channel that they designed for Jimmy and Mikey to grow vegetable. It was so much water, ladies and gentlemen, it could not be contained. Jimmy and Mikey became instantly homeless. They lost everything. And then to add to that story, the water continued to go to the Pacific Ocean. So the Bureau of Reclamation estimated that between the springtime and the summertime, they were wasting 3 million gallons of water per day to the Pacific Ocean. So the Bureau of Reclamation realized they made a mistake. Oh my God, we made a mistake. We didn't really design this thing very well. What are we going to do? We need to do something, but they're very slow. They didn't do anything until 1920. Wait a second. What year was the flood again? 1905. And you saying they didn't do nothing until 1920? That's correct, sir. 1920, Herbert Hoover. He was in charge of the Bureau of Reclamation. He came up with the idea, let's build a dam. So technically, this man had all the damn ideas, you know. He had all the damn clues, you know. So he decided to build a dam in Boulder, Colorado. But what happened? He sent somebody to do some measurements in Boulder, Colorado. That man, while doing measurement, he drowned his first day on the job. At that moment, everything got put on standby. Herbert Hoover became the President of the United States of America. And he made some crazy decisions. I'm talking about some of the decisions that he made. It created a domino effect called, it was a recession in 1930s, but they call it depression. That's how bad it was. They didn't call it recession, they call it depression. Listen, folks, if I can narrow down what took place in 1930s in one phrase, look at it this way. The banks closed for business. Wait a second, how do I get to my money? You can't. The bank kept your money. That's impossible. I need to get to my money. The banks kept your money. So because of that, the American public lost all the trust with the banks, and the mattress became their banks. They hide the money in the mattress. Yes, I know that. Yes, I know that because one time my father told me, in case of a fire, Carlitos, you get the mattress out. Daddy, but what about the TV? You gotta get the TV out, right? No, you get the mattress out first. It was quite clear the mattress was more important than the TV. That's what the money was. All right, and because of that, the federal government guaranteed each bank account in America up to $250,000 because of what happened in the Depression. Now, real quick, 1930, a different man was in charge of the Bureau of Reclamation. This man's name was Dr. Elwood, and the last thing you're gonna know, it was Meade, M-E-A-D. We love that man. He was the man that went in front of Congress and convinced Congress to release $50 million to him. We're going to continue with that story real quick. Hold on, but let's pause for a second and let's advance for 5 minutes. Yes, the project got approved. On the right side, people started moving into the right side of this field. Delete everything you see. It was just plain land. Everybody moved right here on the right-hand side. 5,000 workers moved to the right. The city on the left was not there yet. How did they live right here on the right-hand side? They took blankets and converted them into camping houses. This whole section on the right was called Ragtown or Tent City. You got Wi-Fi, go to Google and type in Ragtown, like you need a rack to wash dishes. Type in Ragtown 1930s. Images of Rocktown, 1930s. Images of Tent City, 1930s. So you can see they all came here. And living here on the right-hand side, there's no water here. Where did they get the water from? They had to go downtown. It was a lot of work, folks. I don't know how they did it, okay? Now, the Bureau of Reclamation felt bad about these workers. They work in long shift. They only get 2 days off a year. And they're living right here on the dirt. So the Bureau of Reclamation suggested let's build houses for these workers. So they took that land on the left side, and because it's federal land, they started building the city on the left. All right, let's recap. They originally came on the right side for a whole year, sleeping in the desert. Oh my God, let's build houses. This is Black Canyon, folks, okay? You're going to see it in a few minutes. We're going to reroute all the water here. We're going to build the dam. We're going to build 4 towers of hydroelectricity. Every time the water penetrates the walls of the hydro towers, there's a turbine that will spin about 91 miles an hour. When the turbine spins and the water spin about 91 miles an hour, energy is released out of the water. All that energy will be gathered by a generator. And once we get all that energy, then all that energy will be distributed to every military base in America. What I'm trying to say, members of Congress, you give us $50 million today, you never have to pay for an electric bill for any military base. In addition, Congress, we can sell the electricity to 2 million families. So Congress like that. They approved the project. And the rumor travel, oh my God, there's going to be a job guarantee. 7 years of work. I'm moving to Southern Nevada. So everybody migrated to the desert. But right now we're moving forward. Let's look around what we see right here. You're going to see the river right now. You're going to see a white discoloration alongside the walls and some islands. The bridge is for the animals. It costs $10 million. The bridge is for the animals. So the only thing that will help the West Coast, as far as the water, it will be tapping into the Mississippi River. Where does the water of the Mississippi coming from? Anybody knows? Canada. Comes from Canada. It goes from Canada into the United States. From the United States, it proceeds, go to Louisiana, and it exit out to the Gulf of Mexico. Do you know that? Do you know that they waste 5.4 million gallons of water a day? So we thought about tapping into that water. But New Orleans, Louisiana, they say no. You cannot do that. Because the only thing that's keeping New Orleans at level is all the rocks and minerals that are coming from the upper state. We're filtering them and creating sandbags. And we put the sandbags around the beaches. Around the beaches around New Orleans. Because New Orleans is below sea level. Do you know that? So that's why we're not doing it. But we have to do something about that water somehow. I don't know where we're going to intersect. There's got to be a way that we can tap into it. It's being wasted and we need it, right? All right, so off topic. This road right here. Look at the name. It's called, used to be called Highway 93, but we now put another name, Interstate 11. We built this, we started building it in 2005, and this road also includes a bridge, which is over there. You see it between the mountain? We're gonna go over in a second. The bridge is what we call the Memorial Bridge. You're gonna walk on that bridge later. Now, total cost of the highway and the bridge, $250 million. We named the highway Interstate 11 because of the fallen victims from September 11. We're honoring all the fallen victims. The original road is down here to go to the dam, but we put a checkpoint on the right side. You see it? That road on the right-hand side has been in business since 1930s. Still in business. And we stopped the entrance from the Arizona side. We shut it down, make anybody come in from Nevada and get out through Nevada. Why are they protecting it? Look to the left. The dam is a power plant. And also think about this. There's 70 million people drinking from this water. Do you know that? If somebody puts something on the water, can you imagine? We'd rebuke that anyway. But also, let's say somebody comes and blows up the bridge. All that water is going to end up to California. California be submerged underwater. 3 feet of water. Look at the images. The water line on the left, and right here is the state line. I'm in Arizona, and you still in Nevada. Same bus, 2 different states.